Welcome, race fans, to Evolution Racing Network's coverage of Thursday night Throwdown's Arca series here at Michigan International Speedway. Alongside the fan favorite Craig Burns, this is Michael Sheffield, and I want to jump right into this. Craig, so this is your one of your favorite tracks on the service, not to mention your home train track. What are you looking for here tonight?
Michael Sheffield, I'm so excited to broadcast these ARCA cars here at Michigan International Speedway. It's a fast 2 mile track, super speedway, 18-degree banking of turns. It's going to be fast. It's going to be fun. 3 wide, 2 wide racing here. Can't wait to get the green flag rolling here in this one.
Yeah, and stand by because following this race, we have the truck series here tonight, so we get to see Michigan International Speedway tonight in the ARCA cars and followed up by the trucks. So it's going to be two exciting races here tonight, and a little difference between the two. But hitting tonight, we're going to be 50 laps here tonight. Two green white checkered attempts. The drivers will have one fast repair and two extra sets in the tires, two extra sets of tires in the pits. Uh, Fuel strategy here tonight, tire strategy. What do you think about this track, Craig?
Tires are going to be huge all night long, and you want to save the tires. Once you get to that 10 lap, you start feeling the tires going away. You want to save it. Anticipate a long green flag run. Those that do, will pay dividends in the end. Field strategy tonight, we're looking at about 40 laps. They're going to have to pit at least one time tonight. It's going to be exciting. Right now, Wilson at the top of the board with Brian Seaborn in second and Brand Pearl in third. These guys are really fast out here. I'm not gonna be looking at a draft like the trucks later tonight. These guys are gonna have to be wheelmen out there, using the middle of the high line in the turns. It's gonna be a fun one.
Let's take a look at race details here. As I mentioned, we're talking 50 laps here tonight. Track temp is 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity is 79%. Clear. 8-mile-an-hour winds. Not I don't think temperature is going to play a huge effect here tonight, but the one thing we haven't talked about here in the ARCA cars, I'm curious to see how much draft is going to play an effect here, Greg.
Yeah, it's gonna be something to look forward to. I don't like I said earlier, I don't think that it's gonna be huge draft wise. They will be able to run nose to tail for a little bit. I think you're gonna see once we get to like a lap 7, 8, 9, they're gonna fan out a little. But yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah, as we're just finishing now with the practice session, so we should be rolling into qualifying here momentarily. Another thing that I expect to see tonight is, as we mentioned tire wear, we mentioned draft. You might see a couple cars being able to break the draft, or somebody with a little tire strategy here tonight is starting to see who's going to come out of pit road first here to set their qualifying lap.
Number 51 of Bradley Wilson coming out here in the number 51 Chevrolet ARCA car, looking at the back straightaway here at Michigan International Speedway. I think the first lap here, you want to roll it high, get as much speed as you can in the turns, staying high in the tri-oval, building up the speed. The second lap's going to be the money lap.
Yeah, this track is one of those that's very, very big on momentum. As longer in the run, the driver that can keep the most momentum going through, both corners here is 2 and 4. Corners 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 look like they're similar, but they're quite a bit different here at this track, Craig.
Yeah, we're going to watch these guys use the bottom lane the first couple laps and then migrate to the top. I think the top lane is going to be the fastest lap or fastest way around this track all night long. I'm very curious to see how fast they go up to the higher lanes as we see Bradley Wilson 3 and 4 getting a little bit loose there, riding the wall.
Yeah, he's riding the wall in 3 and 4, trying to carry as much speed as he can to get across the line here to start his lap, the next lap here. See what his first time is going to look like when he comes by next time by.
Bradley Wilson doing a good job getting below that white line, getting the most speed he can as he's going to dive it down into turn number 1, using the middle line. That's a preferred line here as he's going to come back up against the wall down the back straightaway.
Yeah, he did a good job of getting that middle groove and getting as close to that wall as he can. And right now, the best time on the board, it looks like the 76 of Brian Seaborn with a 39.85 right now.
Bradley Wilson coming out turn number 4 for his final lap. He's going to look at to arc it down in the tri-oval. Let's see what he gets.
Oh, great lap. 39.71 out of Bradley Wilson there. Brian Seaborn now sitting in second. Take a look at his lap here as he tries to better his first lap time here. As he crosses the line there. It's like his first lap was going to be the best of the two. Looks like Brandon Pearl is going to be sitting in second place in qualifying right now.
Clinton Snead coming down the back straightaway, looking to find the most speed he can get out of that 49 Chevrolet.
Yeah, Clinton Snead's had some good runs here coming into this week, and I'm curious to see how things are gonna work out for him here as he's driving that Snead competition design Arca car here as he's getting ready to come across the start finish line here. See where he gets his second lap down. Oh, 2/10 off the leader pace, so right now he's gridded fourth. All right, race fans, we're going to take a quick break here. We're going to carry you to the national anthem, pay homage to our great country, and we'll be right back with the conclusion of qualifying and the grid of the race.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
All right, race fans, welcome back to Thursday Night Throwdown here, Arca Series here on Evolution Racing Network. Qualifying is just concluded. I'm going to start giving you your starting lineup here for tonight at International Speedway. Starting on pole will be the 51 of Bradley Wilson. Starting to his outside will be the 00 of Brandon Pearl. Starting third will be Bryant Seaborn in the number 76. Fourth goes to Clinton Snead in the number 49. Fifth will be Joshua Abbey in the 05. Sixth will be the number 13 of Garrett Dill. Starting seventh will be Clayton Kinkart in the number 77. Eighth goes to Ben Ganowski in the number 30. Kelly Everett in the number 10 will be starting ninth. And 10th will be Evan Scott in the number 24.
Rolling off 11th in the number 79, Donnie Lyons. Rolling off 12th in the number 97, Rodney Griffin. 13th in the number 63, Colton Kinkart. Rolling off 14th in the number 75, Brian Skidmore. Rolling off 15th in the number 84, Chevy, Cody Dorsey. Rolling off 16th in number 88, Tori Thompson. Starting 17th in the number 65, Curtis Rogers. Rolling off 18th in the number 95, Kyle Bartles. Rolling off 19th in the number 94, Robert Colgan. Rolling off 20th in the number 42, Kevin Winker. And shotgun on the field in the 21st position, the number 52, Howie Meyer.
And that's your starting lineup for tonight here at Michigan International Speedway. As we mentioned earlier, it'll be 50 laps here tonight in the ARCA Series with what I figured here earlier, Craig, and then this is minus the draft single car. You're looking about a 40 lap fuel run. So I'm curious here, other than, will anybody be able to save enough fuel? You think they're definitely going to have to come in, and when do you think they're going to come in?
I think they're definitely going to have to come in early caution. Maybe they can save it through the run. To be on the safe side, you want to come in. I think it's going to be huge on tires once again. Having the patience for anticipating the long run is going to be huge. Running that middle line, not burning up the tires down low. We'll see what these guys are going to do. These guys showed it last week. They can run 3 wide. They can run 2 wide at Talladega. It was an awesome event that they put on. Multi-groove track here at Michigan. It's gonna be a fun one here as Bradley Wilson, the 51, is gonna lead them down to start finish.
As we see now, the pace car is in the middle of the backstretch here as 51, as you mentioned, of Bradley Wilson will be your leader here to take the green flag. And going back to last week, that was both of those races were some of the most exciting, fun races that I've personally had a chance to broadcast. I don't know about you, Craig.
Yeah, very exciting. You were on the edge of your seat every single lap as they were 3 wide. Very exciting. Joshua Abbey went home with 2 wins. Big night for him, but let's see if he can capitalize tonight here at the Irish Hills of Michigan.
And the guy who finished second in both races will be leading them to the start here, Bradley Wilson. Hopefully he can capitalize this week and get one better position to bring home this checkered flag as the pace car is off, and they're coming to the green flag. Green flag drops. Bradley Wilson has got the advantage here as they're heading into turn 1.
Bradley Wilson, a good jump on the restart. Coming into turn number 1. He's going to lead them down into turn number 2. He's got help by Bryant Seaborn down there coming out turn number 2.
Yeah, that 00 Brandon Pearl with the momentum there on the high side is going to be able to take that position challenge back from Bryant Seaborn, and Brandon Pearl is going to be looking to the inside here as they come in 3 and 4, and he's going to try to take the lead here.
Power move early by Brandon Pearl using the middle line here in 3 and 4. He's going to look for the lead coming out of 4 over Bradley Wilson as he might have scraped the wall here coming to the start-finish line.
Yeah, the momentum shift here is going to go to the 51 on the outside as they're heading into turn 1. Brandon Pearl still fighting on the inside here, trying to get that advantage. How deep will he be able to drive it here in 1 and 2? Try to pull out ahead of that 51, but as we mentioned, that outside lane here early is going to have the huge run. Can he clear him?
Brandon Pearl gets the lead down the back straightaway. He's going to close the door for momentarily as they're single file through 1 through 10.
Yeah, he had a spot there opening, but the window closed pretty quickly with that outside momentum. As the 76 of Bryant Seaborn sitting in 3rd. He's going to have a challenge now from Clinton Sneed in 4th place.
Sneed really getting a run out of 4 as they're single file to the start-finish line. Right now, Brandon Pearl still leading the freight train down into 1.
There are 4 single wide, the top 4, top 5 now. As Brandon Pearl leads them into 1 and 2, he's taking the lead away from Bradley Wilson here. Bryant Seaborn is going to be looking to capitalize. Most of your top 10 now are running in single file position as they're coming into 3 and 4.
Single file momentarily. Brandon Pearl using a good job utilizing the middle of the track. I said that's where they want to be. That's going to be the fastest part. They're side by side right now for second. That's Bryant Seaborn looking for spot number 2.
Yeah, he's trying to capitalize on the inside line here. And as we mentioned earlier, starting to see, you're starting to see that draft there. These drivers are using it early with without the tire wear on these tires, and they're able to close up, to the car in front of them. As you see Bryant Seaborn now trying to get that draft off of Brandon Pearl to try to capitalize and get him up in the pole position.
We said it at the top of the hour. We have to maintain the tires throughout the run. Anticipate the long run. Right now, you gotta think to yourself. You want to file in. You want to click the laps down. Make the guy in front of you wear out his tires. As right now, we're seeing these guys single file. Maybe that's what Clinton Sneed's doing.
Yeah, I'm watching a good battle back here with Garrett Delph and the number 13 Joshua Abbey and Clayton Kimcart there. It was a pretty tight battle there, but looks like they're going to separate now and get back in single file here. Everybody's probably going to try to just run single file here, and maybe you're going to have 1 or 2 that try to save a little bit of tire, maybe push their way up towards the front later. Is pretty much the top 15 now or single file.
Brandon Pearl gets a little loose coming out of 3. Bryant Seaborn's going to work on him in turn number 3 and 4 as they're coming out of turn number 4, coming to the stripe. Lap 5 down of 50.
Yeah, Brandon Pearl there with the carrying that momentum to 3 and 4. Just Brian Seaborn was not able to capitalize, and that's something we mentioned at the top of the broadcast. The momentum here in these cars, especially later in the run, if you've got a lift on the throttle just a hair too much to get that car turned to keep from hitting that outside wall, cars are going to capitalize, and if one gets by you, you're going to get freight trained.
Joshua Abbey got up into the wall a little. That was a scarce moment. He saves it. He's still rolling there, and that's what we're talking about, momentum. You hit the wall, you get a little loose there coming out corner exit. It's going to take you 2-3 laps to get the momentum back up as they're coming now to the stripe. Brandon Pearl still out front.
Brandon Pearl leading here with a gap of a little over 2/10 back to Bryant Seaborn and then Bradley Wilson in third. Clinton Sneed is going to be sitting in the 4th position here. Top 5 as we run right now will be Garrett Delph and then number 13.
These guys are doing a good job right now, just being patient, letting the track come to them. It's hot out there, Sheffield. It's 114. The tires are going to burn up a little bit more, so they're doing a good job right now as Brandon Pearl's trying to check out here. He has half a second lead.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good gap here right now. The thing that would be concerning me right now if I was a leader is I don't want to get too huge of a lead, especially, if you get a pack of cars together behind you. If they can get the draft, they might be able to work to the front. But right now, he's able to just cruise it right on through 1 and 2. He's doing a good job of running that wall on the entry, getting to the second groove there, and good move on the exit there, getting close to the wall, just carrying all that momentum.
Yeah, definitely being a wheel man. Another wheel man back in the pack is Joshua Abbey. He has something to. He's saying, hey, I'm driving this car like I stole it. He right now rolling that high side. He's driving it deep in the corners. He's doing a good job after hitting the wall prior 2 laps.
Yeah, that's a good battle we got going on there. Those 4 cars around the 5th through 9th position here. They're really tightening up there here. It's going to shape up to be a good battle here for, top 5 here in just a few moments as cars are shifting. And like you mentioned, Joshua Abbey did a good job of getting that momentum back to not lose as many positions as he could have.
Yeah, I almost wonder if he didn't actually hit the wall, if he just got crazy loose, because that number 05 is still showing some good speed here at Michigan International Speedway. Right now, though, Bryant Seaborn is tracking down Brandon Pearl. He cut that half-second lead down to about 2/10.
Yeah, he's cut it down to about 2/10 now. He's probably riding he's got the draft now. And it's something we mentioned earlier, fuel. If he can just stay there and burn less fuel than the leader, he might be able to hold on a little while longer. But as we mentioned, and you hit on again later, tires are one thing you're going to want to have. And I'm curious to see if anybody tries to undercut here, but they probably don't want to go in the pit road alone, kind of like last week.
You bring up a great point, Sheffield, the undercut here at Michigan. Bad news is you pit, you're going to go a lap down. So if you pit early, you hope this thing goes green. It's definitely a gamble. A lot of drivers might be talking to their crew chiefs about here early on as we're coming down to lap 11 out of 50.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of strategy going on between teammates here. There's a lot of talk going on as to when they want to pit, but this is another one of those tracks. Every racetrack you can lose a lot of time or gain a lot of time on pit road, but the super speedways and the 2-mile tracks such as Michigan is another one that you lose just a little bit of time on pit road and it amplifies itself. As now we see Brandon Pearl challenging for the lead as they touch there going into 3 and 4.
Bryant Seaborn is making a move on Brandon Pearl. They touch. They rub coming into turn number 3, coming out of turn number 4 right now. Bryant Seaborn going to take the lead here as they come to the stripe. 12 out of 50 done. Brandon Pearl still fighting on the high side.
Brandon Pearl still challenging there on the outside. He's going to have the momentum going into 1 and 2. As he wiggles and gets a little loose, that's going to allow Bryant Seaborn to get a little bit of advantage here. Curious to see how much momentum Brandon Pearl's going to be able to carry on the top side as he exit 1 and 2.
Pearl's going to get a big run using the high line out of 2 down the back straightaway right now. Let's see if he's going to use the dive bomb, I guess you'd say, into turn number 3. He does. He's going to bring that 0-0 to the middle lane. Is there side-by-side in turn number 3?
As these two are challenging in the front, that's opening the door for Bradley Wilson. But it looks like Bradley Wilson got into the wall there. He's going to lose a couple positions now. Clinton Sneed is going to be able to capitalize in the 3rd position. And looks like Bradley Wilson is going to be scored right now in the 6th position. Is he touched the wall there?
Tough break for the 51 in turn number 3 and 4. His car gets a little out of hand, rolls up to the safer barrier. It's almost like super glue. The car sticks on it. He's going to lose a ton of spots here and a lot of momentum.
Yeah, Bryant Seaborn and Brandon Pearl both taking a little bit different lines there in 1 and 2. The entry, Seaborn was able to pull away, but there on the exit, Pearl was able to get the momentum as they're coming through 3 and 4. Bryant Seaborn is still leading, but Brandon Pearl is still battling back, trying to get that lead position.
As a leader here at Michigan International Speedway in turn number 1 and 2, you want to protect the high side at all costs to get the run out too. Let's see what Brian Seaborn does as he comes in turn number 1.
Yeah, it looks like they're checking up a little bit there, trying to get that momentum to keep that, drive in the center of the corner off, as these two have built a pretty good sizable gap now back to the 3rd place, which is 1.2 seconds. So that's occupied right now by Clinton Sneed in number 49.
Coming in turn number 3 right now. Seaborn using the high line right now. Is Brandon Pearl going to try to dive down low? He's trying to get a run. The run's going to go to the 76 coming out of turn number 4. That's Clayton Sneed right now sitting in 3rd.
Yeah, Clinton Sneed now sitting in 3rd, and you got a good string of 3 or 4 cars back behind him now, as Bradley Wilson looks like he's got his momentum back up. See if he can charge back to the front and see if there was how much damage is on that car.
Seaborn doing a good job using the middle of the track, getting the run out of turn number 2 as they come down the back straightaway. These guys are fighting. Still a pit stop in future though as they come into turn number 3.
Yeah, we're working on lap 15, coming to lap 16 next time by. Bryant Seaborn will be your leader now as they're entering in 3 and 4, but he's got a challenge again on the inside from Brandon Pearl, trying to get that momentum there. I think the momentum swing is going to be on Seaborn on the top side unless Pearl can hold him here, going down into 1 as they enter in 1 and 2.
Brandon Pearl's going to have to drive the 0-0 really deep as he does into turn number 1. He's going to try to use the slide job here as he's going to position to Brandon Pearl, but the run is going to be Bryant Seaborn as they come out of 2 down the back straightaway.
Yeah, Bryant Seaborn is going to have the major run here. Will he try to make a move with it, or is he going to stay in position where he's at? As right now they're tucked up behind each other as they're entering 3 and 4. Bryant Seaborn a little bit lower there, entering 3 and 4. See if he can get the momentum here. See side by side with Brandon Pearl now, getting ready to come to the start-finish line. Bryant Seaborn on the inside, Brandon Pearl on the outside.
Dogfight at the line right now. Seaborn looking down low. Brandon Pearl still up high. There's single file behind them, all watching this as it's Sneed, Delph, Kinkart, and Wilson running out your top 6.
And as the cars behind this is what you want to see right now, because these guys battling up here, they're burning up more tire than you are, and you're going to catch them when they're side by side like this. So, as a driver, how much do you want to run side by side like this, or do you eventually just want to tuck in and try to save that tire, Craig?
Well, the machine on the bottom lane is going to be using up the more tires. Bryant Seaborn getting a little loose out, coming off 4 there as they're side by side. Brandon Pearl's going to have the advantage on the top lane here coming down. We're at lap 19 out of 50. These guys are doing a heck of a job right now, side by side, battling for a lead.
Yeah, they're battling for the lead, and as you mentioned, you got a little loose there. Did a great job of saving it. Was able to keep most of his momentum there as he'll tuck back in line behind Brandon Pearl coming through 1 and 2. I don't expect this fight to be over as of yet. As we mentioned, Clint Sneed 3rd. 4th, it will be Garrett Delph right now. Running out of top 5 will be Clayton Kinkart in the number 77.
Yeah, I think seeing Bryant Seaborn getting a little loose there in turn number 4 is a reality check. Kind of like, hey, maybe I am burning up my tires just a little bit as he's following behind Brandon Pearl coming down to the trial bowl as they're battling back there for 4th, 5th, and 6th right now as Wilson's going to get past on the outside.
Yeah, we got a good battle going on back here with the 94 and 10th. Kevin Winker in 11th and Donnie Lyons in 12th. There are 3 cars right there together as it looks like the 94 of Colgan is going to take it on the outside with that huge momentum there to get by the 10, and it looks like Kevin Winker is going to make it 3 wide here as they get ready to come into 3 and 4.
3 wide here at Michigan International Speedway. You can do it. The 42 car of Winker using it. He's going to drive it deep. Aggressive move for the 42. It's going to pay off as now the 10's looking down low. They're 3 wide coming out of 4.
And if you recall, Kevin Winker is the guy last week made that high line work so well as they're still battling 3 wide now coming to 1 and 2. I'm wondering if they're going to be able to catch this back of the 24 here, and somebody's going to try to use them as a pick as they kind of sort things out here coming into 1 and 2. The 94 Robert Colgan is going to hold position right now. Kevin Winker is behind him, and it looks like is that Kelly Everts there got a little loose there coming out of the corner.
Yeah, the number 10 gets super loose. He's going to be out of the pack there as Winker really driving that number 42. Really good in turns of 3 and 4. He's using that middle line. He's on a mission right now.
Back up front, as we were just covering that battle, it looked like Brian Seaborn got into the wall a little bit there coming through 3 and 4. That allowed Brandon Pearl to get by. He's going to be out there by himself right now with a gap of 1.28. I'm curious to see how much damage Brian Seaborn's going to have, and will he be able to get back up there?
Luckily, they all have a quick fix in the back. Hopefully, Brian Seaborn can make it to the break. He's going to lose a lot of momentum, aerodynamics here in the Arca car, the number 76 here at Michigan. It's looking right now he's holding that 2 spot pretty good.
Yeah, as we got a challenge now for the 3rd position. Clinton Sneed's being challenged by the number 13 of Garrett Delphine. As it looks like Clinton Sneed is going to be able to hold the position with the minimum there he held on the top side. But as you can see, Garrett Delphine is not giving up this battle.
Sheffield, we're running into that time of the race where tires are starting to show who's saved and who's burning them up right now. Garrett Delph doing a good job right now working on Clinton Sneed, as Bradley Wilson right now going to the bottom side. He's going to try the low line here in turn number 3 and 4.
He's going to take the low line here. He's trying to get back up to the front where he started before he had that little rub there with the wall. He's done a good job of getting it back up there, and now he's going to be capitalizing back up to the 4th position. And as you mentioned here, we're lap 22 coming to 23. You know, I'm curious to see if pit stops are going to start cycling here, as you know we're halfway through this one.
Yeah, green flag pit stop. Maybe these guys are thinking halfway, as we got King, Cart, and Scott down pit road right now. These guys might be trying the undercut here, seeing if it's going to pay off.
The undercut here may pay off pretty well for him as we look back up front. Brandon Pearl is still your leader there. Haven't seen any sign of entry into pit road here. He's carrying so much momentum in 3 and 4 right now. He's going to have a gap of 1.85 over Clinton Sneed, who's now sitting in the 2nd position. Bradley Wilson will be running 3rd right now as Brandon Pearl brings him to the line to start lap number 24.
Yeah, Joshua Abbey went down pit road. Ben Gronowski went down pit road. Curtis Rogers went down pit road. These guys are all pitting right now. You know, the leaders right now are thinking, hey, when do we pit? Because they're going to be so much faster on those tires. But right now, Brandon Pearl has a 2-second lead. He might benefit staying out there for a couple more laps.
He may benefit, as you say, staying at a couple more laps. But, you know, at what point do you got to come in? Because you know those fresh tires are going to be coming. And any time you lose now is time you're going to have to make up, either on pit road or in the later run. And with less laps on the later run, that means you're going to have to be pushing the car even that much harder, where those guys could be saving a little bit. So I'm curious to see how many laps Brandon Pearl, Clinton Sneed, Bryant Seaborn, Garrett Delph, and Bradley Wilson are going to stay out.
Yeah, only time will tell. Is right now it's Brandon Pearl working out turn number 2. His car's getting a little loose. Maybe his crew chief is telling him come in. As we have a car down the back straightaway. I think that was Garrett Delph getting a little loose down the back straightaway. We're coming to that time of green flag pit stops, and I'm telling you what, right now, Sheffield, the guys at pit don't want to see that caution.
And that was Garrett Delph there that got a little loose coming down the backstretch there. He did get below the line. He was able to save it and maintain some momentum there. So he was able to stay up in the 5th position right now. So he's got a challenge, and he's going to be passed by Joshua Abbey. And looks like the 42 there is going to squeeze by, as these guys are on new tires. And you can see the difference right now between new tires and old tires. Is Kevin Winker gets loose there coming out of 1 and 2. He's able to save it and maintain the momentum there, but you can see the definite difference between old and new tires.
Sheffield, we're looking at a 3-second difference from new to old as the leaders are losing time out there. But when they do pit, as it looks like Clinton Sneed and the number 49 coming down pit road, when they do pit, they're going to have those extra laps to, come back, be on the offensive. Right now, I think Brandon Pearl's sitting in a good spot. I think he wants to come in maybe in the next 2 or 3 laps. Don't prolong it. Don't be out there too long to where you lose it all. But these guys right now are doing a really good job as we're caution free with 24 to go.
Yeah, 24 to go, and right now the guy behind him is Joshua Abbey trying to get his lap back the old-fashioned way. This might cycle back around. I'm curious to see because right now Brandon Pearl is going to be losing time to these guys right now, and he should. Like we said, I'm wondering how long he's going to stay out here because you know this time he's going to be faster, 3 seconds. Maybe a second and a half faster because these guys' tires aren't that old as of yet, but. I want to see how this strategy is going to work out for both sides here. Strategy is a huge part of this game, especially here at Michigan.
I'm really curious about Clinton Sneed. He's pit before Brandon Pearl and Bryant Seaborn. He might have the upper hand when the pit cycles come back around. Man, if I'm Brandon Pearl, I'm thinking about pitting this time around.
Yeah, I'd be thinking about it. But these guys been practicing all week. He may know something that nobody else knows. That's the fortunate thing with this. When you put those laps in like that, as we mentioned, Joshua Abbey was able to get his lap back. Kevin Winker will be coming by in just a second, trying to get his lap back. He looks like he's going to go to the high side here of your leader in 1 and 2 to get his lap back.
Kevin Winker getting the lap back the old-fashioned way. Sheffield, you stated earlier, as Brandon Pearl right now. You just see the difference in speed there in 1 and 2 as Winker is just gone on a mission, it's looking like. But right now, Brandon Pearl holding a 2-second lead. Maybe he's getting comfortable out there. Maybe he's, maybe I'll go 10 more. I don't know the strategy. Like you said, these guys practice all week long with their teams as they're out there. Clint Sneed looking to get that lap back as well.
Yeah, Clinton Sneed trying to get that lap back as well as, Brandon Pearl is still setting pretty good lap times there. His gap is pretty much holding right now at 2.53 seconds over Bradley Wilson, who also has not pitted here. And it looks like maybe Bryant Seaborn and Colgan are going to be on pit lane.
Ryan Seaborn did come down pit road. He's going to get 4 fresh Goodyears and a full tank of Sunoco Racing Fuel. Make sure you don't slide the box. The green flag pit stops there's so much pressure, Sheffield, on a green flag pit stop. You got to make your pit entrance. You got to hit your box. You got to get out. No penalties. You have to be perfect. It's a race within the race right now. As Brandon Pearl still out front, he's still not electing the pit.
Yeah, Brandon Pearl sitting in the front. Second is now occupied by Bradley Wilson. Cody Dorsey is running third. Brian Skidmore is fourth. And Joshua Abbey now is all the way up to the 5th position already.
Joshua Abbey doing a good job. He has so much momentum rolling after last week at Talladega. The 05 put in victory lane in both the ARCA Series and the Truck Series. Hoping to capitalize tonight here at Michigan International Speedway.
Yeah, and I believe recollecting on his interview, this was one race he was looking forward to here. Recollection, he really likes this track here. Is him and Kevin Winker, another name that we saw a lot of last week trying that outside line, who's going to be sitting in 6th right now. They're making their way back up towards the front here. With they're going to keep taking time back from the leader here. I'm not sure when he's going to pit. Or even he may be trying to save enough fuel here. Maybe thinking late race caution. That's the thing with here. You never know what's going to happen. You hope your strategy is the one that's going to play out, but you never know till the checker flag drops.
Bradley Wilson giving up the 2nd position, coming down pit road as Brandon Pearl still rolling in 3 and 4 right now. As you said, they do have 2 sets, so it's not like he's saving the 1 set for a late race caution. Sheffield, I don't know exactly the strategy as he has a 14.5-second lead on Cody Dorsey. As not sure if Dorsey pit yet or not. I don't think he has, but 14.5-second lead, 18 to go. Brandon Pearl out front.
Yeah, Clayton Kenkart was able to get back the leader of Brandon Pearl there to get lap back now. So things are cycling around, and right now, Brandon Pearl is out front. Brian Skidmore sitting in 2nd. Clinton Sneed is, Cody Dorsey would be your 2nd place car right now. Brian Skidmore's 3rd. Clinton Sneed sitting in 4th. 5th is Joshua Abbey. 6th is Kevin Winker. 7th is Bryant Seaborn. 8th is Clayton Kenkart. 9th is Garrett Delph. And rounding your top 10 out is Bradley Wilson.
Clinton Sneed up to the 4th position. So he was one of the first cars to pit He's rolling out there. His last lap was a 40.92 compared to Brand Pearl's 42.15. So 2 second different laps. Brand Pearl right now out there losing time as he's in 3 and 4.
Yeah, he's in 3 and 4 right now, and not sure. Yeah, he's still sticking to the side, so he's not pitting this time by as the 51 is able to get by him uh, to get his lap back. So things are starting to cycle around right now. He's still holding a 15-second gap over second place of Cody Dorsey.
Yeah, Cody Dorsey and Brian Skidmore still have to pit. So the real race right now is Snead, 33 seconds back. As you said at the top of the show, maybe these guys can save. Maybe it's something that we don't know. We did our math before the race. We saw a 40-lap fuel window. So right now he's running out of laps, but maybe, just maybe Sheffield, you think he can save 10 laps?
Yeah, 40, I would say 42, 43 fuel window, but that was a single car alone. You know, the draft is going to play a little bit of an effect of, and I'm just looking at lap times right now. The leader ran a 42.21 last time by. Clinton Snead ran a 40.75, so about a second and a half difference right now per lap, and you know we're on lap 36, coming to 37 out of 50. You know, if Brandon Pearl stays out, this could be pretty close here.
Brandon Pearl has the 00 Chevrolet still out on the track here at Michigan International Speedway as we have 15 to go as it's looking like the 00 heading down pit road.
Like 00 will be heading down to pit road here. It looks like he gets it down to speed on time. As now he's patiently got to get it down pit road, maintain pit road speed, hit his box right, and let the guys do their job. Then once they drop the jack, you got to make sure you get off pit road as fast as you can, but you definitely don't want a pit road speeding penalty here.
Pit road speeding penalty will throw the game out the window as right now Dorsey's going to go to the top spot. Cody Dorsey's still having to pit. Brandon Pearl down pit road, as we said, and Clinton Snead right now, he's looking like he's going to be the leader when it's all said and done.
Yeah, as we still see right now, Brandon Pearl now has completed the stop. He's going to be coming off pit road here, getting back up to speed. And as we mentioned, that the one thing earlier, you know, you got fresh tires. They're going to be a little green the first lap, so you got to pedal it a little easier. But then I expect his lap times are going to pick up. He's going to be probably a good 2 seconds, you know, a second and a half faster than Clinton Snead and company right now that pitted on lap 26.
Yeah, Brandon Pearl is going to be full offense and attack mode right now. She stayed out till lap 13 to go, I guess you'd say, as he's rolling in turn number 3 and 4. The question now, Sheffield, do you think he has enough time to catch Snead, Seaborn, Winker, and Abbey? Laps are winding down. It's going to be a tough one.
Yeah. Laps are winding down right now. Is trying to see which car that was got into the wall there right in front of Bryant Seaborn there, coming out of 1 and 2, but was able to maintain it. He got it off the wall and was able to maintain the momentum, and it looks like the number 65 machine.
Cody Dorsey right now still out on the track. Snead is 10 seconds back as he's coming out turn number 2 down the back straightaway, dealing with some lap traffic that's on newer tires. Cody Dorsey's looking to come down maybe this time, maybe the next time.
Yeah, he may come down this time as Clinton Snead was about a second and a half faster that time by. Bryant Seaborn was a good 2 seconds faster last time by. So he's trying to close the gap to get back up towards the front. As the laps are winding down, next time by will be lap 40. We'll have 11 to go next time by at the line.
Cody Dorsey bringing the 84 Chevrolet Dark Knight down to pit road. He's going to give up the number 1 spot to Clinton Snead as Bryant Seaborn's on a mission. He's running almost identical lap times to Clinton Snead, so they're on like the same strategy of tires right now. Let's see if he can reel them in here as they're going to come down. Oh, big moment for the 49. He might have touched the wall on the back straightaway.
Yeah, Clinton Snead got into the wall there, was able to get it off, but he's still got to build that momentum back up, and that's going to allow Bryant Seaborn to get back up to the top position here. see if Clinton Snead can get his car back up to speed, and hopefully there's not a lot of damage there that's going to hurt him long run, as he's now running second.
Man, you hate to see it for the 49 machine of Clinton Snead. Out front, he had a second lead, just that little mental mistake, and he can't be mad at anyone else but himself. It's such a frustrating situation here that the iRacing drivers have to deal with. As you're out front, you're saying, hey, I got the lead, and just a little hiccup as right now. Hopefully he can catch Brian Seaborn here as they have 10 to go.
Yeah, and as a driver, it's happened to all of us in the service. You got that momentum, you're in the lead, you know, you think you know where that wall is, and all of a sudden it just reaches out and it feels like it just grabs you. But he did a great job of getting it back off the wall, because this one track that will kind of try to hold you against the wall, you lose all that momentum. Is Brian Seaborn is going to lead him to lap number 42. So we're looking at 9 to go this time by.
Sheffield, don't look now, but that number 51 of Bradley Wilson, he is on a move. His last lap was a 42nd to a 42 of Seaborn. I know he had to check up for Clinton Snead. His tires might be a little bit fresher than these guys up front. It's exciting to see what's going to happen.
Yes, he's battling now with the 63, who I believe is going to be on fresher tires right now. Probably going to let him get by, but I'm wondering, you know, Wilson is carrying a huge amount of time difference here right now. You know, that time he was 2/10 faster, but, you know, as we mentioned, the 63 machine was inside. He wasn't able to get down to the bottom like he had been running. But, you know, still out front right now is Brian Seaborn. Second's Clinton Snead. Bradley Wilson is third, as we were just covering. Kevin Winker will be fourth. Fifth will be the 05 of Joshua Abbey. Brandon Pearl now is up to the sixth position. The 00. Clayton Kincart, 7th. 8th is Garrett Delph as we run. 9th is Robert Colgan in the 94. And 10th is Kyle Bartles in the number 95.
Brandon Pearl, obviously on the freshest tires out here in the top 10. Brandon Pearl, the time is just not going to be there, I don't think, with 6 or 7 to go. Right now, though, Wilson taking over Snead for the second position, as he's going to be trying to track down Brian Seaborn.
Yeah, I'm looking at times here, and last time by 40.70 for Brandon Pearl, 41.57 for the leader, 41.52 for Bradley Wilson. So Bradley Wilson is still making up time to the front. Looks like, you know, some of that time maybe, you know, fall off, but, you know, he's still battling that 63 machine who's on fresher tires. As the 63 should get by here this time in 3 and 4.
63 still looking for his lap back as they're coming out of turn number 4. It's Wilson right now. Wilson and Seaborn, they're kind of running the same times. Wilson's really got to lock in and go out there, try to run some qualifying laps to chase down Seaborn. But like you said earlier, Brandon Pearl, he cut it down to 4 seconds. Last time I looked, it was 6 seconds. This might be exciting, Sheffield, as they're coming to 6 to go. Brandon Pearl, he's a man on the mission right now.
Yeah, and is that guy, you're pushing that car right now as hard as you can. And you're just looking right now at the lap times. You know, I just looked at the 49 of Clinton Snead there. You know, he got in the wall a little bit earlier. He might have a little bit of aero damages now. His times are, you know, 2/10, 3/10 off of the leader here. So, you know, he could have a little damage there, and aero will affect your car huge here at this track.
Last time by for Brandon Pearl was a 40.73. The leader ran a 41.87 of Brian Seaborn. So it's a second difference right now. Man, the time, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. And you're talking about Brandon Pearl's going to have that tire wear. He's not going to be running these 40-second laps for that much longer. It's going to be exciting to see what he can do. As he's 2.8 seconds.
Yeah, 2.8 seconds back right now. And, you know, he's slowly, as we're watching the interval, it's just slowly ticking away. He's getting closer and closer and closer here. With, you know, right now we're looking at 4 to go this time by. I'm not sure if he's going to have enough time to get there or not, but I know he's going to be pushing it all the way as hard as he can here on these closing laps.
Yeah, the 00 Brandon Pearl definitely pushing right now. And right now, if you're Brian Seaborn, you're come on, man, laps tick. I want this race over with. I know Pearl's coming. I'm looking at my relative every lap. It's getting smaller and smaller, as right now it's a 2.3 second lead that Seaborn has over Pearl. Wilson's still holding strong with half a second back. Don't count Wilson out. It's Snead sitting still in third.
Yeah, I was just going to say Bradley Wilson there. is closing the gap and you know, and 1 and 2 and losing a little bit in 3 and 4. So wonder if he's going to start charging here. All right, now's the time. You know, now's the time to push the car to the limit. Let's see what we can get out of it. See if we can get up front for the challenge. But this is another one of those tracks. Getting there and getting by him is two different things.
Bradley Wilson in the number 51, super loose. He's pushing that machine to the top as he's coming down the back straightaway. As Brandon Pearl making a move on Clinton Sneed in turn number 3 here at Michigan International Speedway. Coming to 2 laps to go, though, the leader, Bryant Seaborn, going to bring him down the line. Popsicle sticks in the air here tonight, Michigan International Speedway.
Yeah, and as you just mentioned, Brandon Pearl was easily got by the number 49 there of Clinton Sneed. Now is, you know, popsicle sticks in the air, 2 to go. I want to see how tight he can get this run here, because, you know, 2 to go here. You're looking at 4 miles left. You know, time's running out. Now's the time, you know, hopefully, you know, as a driver, you've got enough left in the tank that you can push it as hard as you want to.
Bryant Seaborn leading Bradley Wilson and Brandon Pearl and Clinton Sneed in turn number 3 and 4. He's using that middle line. He's rolling there, but Brandon Pearl right now cut it down to 6/10. He is right there as we're going to get the white flag here at Michigan International Speedway. One more time for these ARCA guys here at the Thursday Night Throwdown.
Last time around here with Bryant Seaborn leading, Bradley Wilson in second, Brandon Pearl chasing them down, trying to close them in, as Bradley Wilson is going to be in the middle there. And they're tightening up here as we're coming out of 1 and 2. This is going to could be a drag race here to start finish line.
Brandon Pearl on the down low side by side down back straightaways. They're catching Bryant Seaborn in turn number 3. Bryant Seaborn going to use the high track. Brandon Pearl going to dive it down low. He's gonna dive it in there. They're going to be side by side coming out of turn number 4.
Coming out of turn 4, this is going to be a drag race to the start finish line. Got Bryant Seaborn and Brandon Pearl. They touch, get a little loose. Couldn't tell exactly, but it looks like Brandon Pearl is going to be scored as your winner.
Brandon Pearl, the 00, the Buckshot Chevrolet, wins it here at Michigan side-by-side drag race by 4/10. Man, Sheffield, what a crazy finish that was.
Yeah, that was a crazy, crazy finish. You know, he was able to close that gap down. You saw the momentum there on the bottom side. He was able to get low and get a run. They touched there. He was able to capitalize and come across the line and take the win here tonight.
Man, Brandon Pearl, side by side, is getting down. Bryant Seaborn, they just touch. Maybe a little netco gets through the grass. The pass in the grass here at the Irish Hills of Michigan. Brandon Pearl, the 00, bring it home, victory lane.
Yeah, and the rest of your top 5 will be, your winner will be Brandon Pearl. Bryant Seaborn will be second. Bradley Wilson will be third. 4th will be Clinton Sneed, and 5th will be Kevin Winker. Can't get a chance here. We're going to get a chance to talk to the top 3 in just a few moments here. We're going to take a short commercial break, and we'll be right back with your top 3 interviews.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have 2 options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
All right, race fans, welcome back to Thursday Night Throwdown Arca series. We just had an exciting finish where Brandon Pearl was able to edge at the win there over Bryant Seaborn on the closing lap there, Craig. What an exciting race.
Yeah, very exciting race as Brand Pearl hit it really late. I didn't know if he was going to have time to get back up to Bryant Seaborn, but he did. He got the job done. Hats off to 00 Brand Pearl.
Get a chance here. We're going to go trackside now and talk to our third and second place and finisher. Unfortunately, our first place, is having some communication issues right now in the Discord side. So we'll try to catch him next week. So let's go ahead and bring in Bradley Wilson here for an interview. Hey, Brad, this is Michael and Craig up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, we'll get a chance to talk to you again this week. And, I had a feeling this was coming. Great job out there tonight. Third place finish here. Definitely help you, in the points run there. How was the car feeling tonight? Would be the major question here.
We got too tight on the long run, which that inevitably lost the race. And 3 and 4, the last 2 laps, I just couldn't turn. So really wish it was looser so we could maybe had a chance to be up there when all the wrecking happened on the front stretch. So kind of disappointing.
Well, I mean, still a great finish. Early on, we saw you up towards the front. Got into the wall a little bit. Looked like you were able to regain your momentum there. And work your way back. Next thing I know, I look and you're back up there for fourth. Then you're back up there for third, and I look and you're closing the gap there down to first place there. So looking at next week, looking at Homestead. So going in there, how you feeling, and what are your thoughts on Homestead?
Another track I haven't raced on in the Arcas, but the trucks were kind of tight. So I'm assuming Arcas are going to be kind of the same way. So just kind of hoping that I can get more practice than what I did here because I logged on to the session. That's about the only practice I had. So really hoping to get the Shenandoah Shine guys together and do some practicing for Homestead.
Well, just to have logged on the session, and not get a whole lot of laps here in the ARCA car tonight. What an outstanding job you did here tonight to bring home in third place there in the number 51. We're going to give the microphone here for a few minutes and let you do your little shout outs, thank yous to anybody you like. Microphone's all yours.
And just thank my sponsors, Shenandoah Shine, White Knuckle Esports, CGE, Martin Sports. We actually just released some stuff on shenandoahshine.co, so check it out if you can. Empire Jerky, use code SHINE, Wrecked Out Graphics, Full Throttle Battery, GTR Sims, my dad for helping me out these past couple weeks, put a sim together from GTR simulators, and it's really comfy. We just have a couple things to worry about that with incapability of my PC, so we just got to fix that, and we should be good to go.
Well, once again, great run here tonight. Look forward to hopefully talking to you next week at Homestead, and I hope you have a great week there, and hope to talk to you again soon.
Hoping to talk to you after this truck race.
Alrighty, bud. I look forward to seeing you there.
All right, thank you.
That was your third place finisher, Bradley Wilson. What a great run for him tonight to touch the wall early and get back up there and at least have a shot there to challenge for the win there, Craig.
Yeah, Bradley Wilson showed speed all night. A little hiccup here and there. Turn 3 and 4. He said it. I saw it. It's just a tough break there. But to have no practice here at Michigan International Speedway and pulling off third, you can't be mad about it. As right now, we're going to bring in the second place finisher, Brian Seaborn. Brian Seaborn, this is Craig Burns up and Michael Sheffield up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, Brian, the car looked like it was on rails tonight. The number 76 Arca machine, closing down laps, 10 to go. You're looking at Brand Pearl in the relative. Walk me through those last couple laps. How was the car feeling?
Feeling good. Where I pitted, I thought was the perfect choice for me to just run it, so I wasn't too worried about saving tire. But then I saw in the relative, Bradley and Brandon just slowly working their way to me, and then those last couple of laps, Bradley got right there, and then Brandon came out of nowhere that last lap. It was crazy.
Yeah, Brandon Pearl did a good job. We talked about it all night. About his pit strategy. He stayed out there to lap 36. You pitted lap 29, a little bit past halfway. I'm with you about saving your tires. But it's a tough break at the end of the day, finishing 10 hundredths of a second behind. Going on to next week at Homestead. How are your thoughts on that track?
We're going to definitely have to work more on saving tires on that track. That track's a monster in its own right.
Absolutely. Before we let you go, Brian, anyone you'd like to thank?
Shenandoah Shine Racing, Martin East Sports, and Empire Jerky, and all the friends and family for the support as well.
All right, Brian. Well, we look forward to talking to you next week at Homestead. Hopefully you have a good night.
Alrighty, thank you.
And that's your second place finisher, Brian Seaborn. He just didn't have enough tire at the end of the race, as we saw Brandon Pearl track him down. Tough break. We've all been there before, Sheffield.
Yeah, and what a great job there. Just the strategy was on point, just a little bit, and that's always that kind of burns a little sting there at the end to lose by just that little bit. Strategy is on point, and somebody just has a better able to capitalize and get a good run there at the end. So what an outstanding race for him, though, and what an outstanding race overall. As take a look now at our top at our finishing order here. And as we mentioned, our winner tonight, Brandon Pearl. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get a word in with him, but next week we'll get an interview prior to the race. Second place will go to Bryant Seaborn in the number 76. Third will be Bradley Wilson in the number 51. Fourth will be Clinton Sneed, the number 49. Fifth will be Kevin Winker in the number 42. Sixth will be the 94 Robert Colgan. Seventh will be the 05 with Joshua Abbey. The 77 of Clayton Kencart will come home 8th. 24 of Evan Scott will be 9th. And running at your top 10 will be the number 95 of Kyle Bartles.
Coming home 11th and the number 13 is going to be Garrett Delph. 12th, Kelly Ertz. 13th, Cody Dorsey. He showed the lead, pitted a little bit later than all the other guys. Running out 14th, Rodney Griffin. 15th, Donnie Lyons. 16th, Ben Gronowski. 17th, Howie Meyer. 18th, Brian Skidmore. Finishing 19th is Colton Kincart. 20th is Torrey Thompson. And round out your field tonight. And 21st is Curtis Rogers.
I want to remind everyone that we appreciate you tuning in, and we got the truck race here following this one shortly. Roughly around 9:20, 9:25, we'll be going live to bring you the action there. And if you like what you see, like what you hear, check us out on Facebook and YouTube. Hit the like, follow button, and here in the next couple of weeks, we'll be giving away a Butt Kicker 2 gaming setup. All you need to do is like on Facebook, follow, and just put a comment in the comment section underneath the broadcast here, and we'll get you entered a chance to win that Butt Kicker 2 gamer setup, which will be announcing a drawing here in the next couple weeks, and we'll be giving that away. It's an awesome prize. Grateful to have Butt Kicker on board with us. But until then, alongside Craig Burns, this is Michael Sheffield, and we will see you here shortly. Have a great evening.
Cheers, boys.